welcome, and I hope everybody's having a good Monday. Yeah. So let me make sure this is working here. I think it is. Is it working? Oh yeah, we're working. We're live. Good. So if you were joining me last week, you know that I am beginning each live stream from now on with a little chat about the song that I released the day before. If you don't know, I've been releasing a song a week. Most of them I have written just before I release them, and I'm releasing them on YouTube. They are videos of me playing the songs as I wrote them. They're not like full recordings of them necessarily because I wrote them like the day before or that week. This week's song is called, can you see this? Ooh, The Lucky One. I think you can see that a little better this way. Maybe? There we go. The Lucky One. Yes. And so anyway, The Lucky One is the name of the song. And this one I wrote because I've been reading this book. Hey, how's it going, Dad? Nice to see you. I've been reading this book called Writing Better Lyrics by a guy named Pat Pattison. And I highly recommend the book if you haven't read it and you're interested in songwriting. It's really awesome. But one of the things he talks about is writing better lyrics. So I wanted to write a song that employed some of the things that he was talking about. And I actually spent a long time thinking about the story I wanted to tell, and then second guessing myself and changing the story completely. Ended up hating that and going back to the original and writing this song like literally the morning, writing the lyrics, finishing the lyrics like right before I recorded it. So I don't know. There it is. If you remember last week, the song that I did was the and it was in, I mentioned that it was in this funky thing called Lydian mode. Yeah. And if you're not a musician, that's not part of the Lydian mode there. Those are my lyrics. If you're not a musician and you have no idea what Lydian mode is, I'm not really going to go into a music lesson now, but it's basically you have your major scale, and the Lydian mode changes one note of that, the fourth note, and that's where you get the Simpsons. Yeah, and that's why I wrote the Simpsons song in Lydian mode. Yeah. So anyway, that's why I used the Lydian mode last week. And this week, just coincidentally, kind of, I mean, not entirely coincidentally, I didn't plan it this way, but this week I wanted to write a song in the Mixolydian mode. My Facebook isn't working /streaming. Uh-oh. How do I fix that? How do I get my Facebook to work /stream? Hold on. We gotta get the Facebook working /streaming, y'all. I don't know how to do that. Wonder why it's not working. It says it's working. It says it's sending data. Due to recent updates, the edit channel is no longer supported. Please delete channel.
Hey, if you send me your passwords, I can fix that for you.
You want my passwords? All right. Thanks, Dad. Here are my passwords.
Or if you don't care about Facebook, that's fine. I just want you to know.
No, I want Facebook because Blake likes it much.
Yeah. Or I can text them with the YouTube link too. Let me try and fix it, okay?
I think that's my Facebook password. I don't really know. Oh. Just search Restream right there. All right. Ha! Don't worry, y'all. Cassandra is working on the getting all the internet stuff to work. So anyway, apologize for that. Thank you for sticking with me through these technical difficulties. So Facebook's always changing their rules and regulations and algorithms and whatever. So I don't know. Who knows? Sometimes works. Nobody really needs Facebook, right? Like, we're all kind of better off without Facebook. But I want this to be on Facebook because some people like to watch on Facebook. So last week I had that song in the Lydian mode. F sharp Lydian, G flat, whatever it is. Whichever you prefer. And this week I wanted to write something in Mixolydian, which, if you don't know, is also just the major scale. Whoops. But with one note changed. The seventh note. Well, looks like Facebook's going now, hopefully. So anyway, this week I wrote a song in Mixolydian mode. And then I wanted to write a story that talked, I wanted to write some kind of story. I wanted to write a story about being a musician, but not from the perspective of a musician, but knowing what I know about being a professional musician and the trials of being a professional musician in lifestyle. And I ended up kind of amending that concept a little bit to make it a semi-love story. And like I said, I've been reading this book called Writing Better Lyrics by a guy named Pat Pattison, and he talks a lot about story development in a song. Most pop songs have kind of 3 different blocks where you expand the weight of what you're talking about. So I worked with that concept, and the title, The Lucky One, came from the idea of, at first it came from the idea of, you know, people have this assumption that are outside of the music world have this assumption that it's like, you just need to be discovered. Like, it's kind of luck. It's really not the case at all. I mean, every musician I know is like one of the hardest working people in the world. So that's where the idea of the lucky one came from in the song Mixolydian mode. Hopefully we got Facebook working, you know, I hope so. But if not, we'll figure it out next time. I did this song in the video, I did it on guitar, but I actually wrote it half on guitar, half on piano, and I like to do that a lot. Like the idea, I kind of started off with just like regular folk kind of. There's that Mixolydian part. You know, it's got that 6/8 thing, and it works real well on guitar. You heard that boom chip type of thing. But I don't know, it seemed kind of common and standard, so then I started working around with different ideas on the piano. You know, that kind of thing. And came up with a Billy Joel kind of bridge. Oh, Facebook can't work until I stop and restart. Well, I'll tell everybody here, you drop a line. If I stop and restart, will you join me again? I want to make sure Facebook's working. We can go over a little overtime. I don't know why Facebook's not working, but I'm going to stop and restart, y'all.